here is the Lagos State News at 7. I am Akan Usen. In a bid to explore and showcase the tourism potential of Lagos to the global world, the Lagos State government has partnered the federal government and a new generation bank to revive activities in monuments across the state. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, stated this during a tour of some monuments on Lagos Island. Some of the monuments inspected include Onikon House, Freedom Park, National Museum, J. Randall Center for Yoruba Culture. And Mrs. Benson Awoyinka noted that government alone cannot handle the vast investment and exploration of the tourist sites in the state, maintaining that the cultural heritage of Lagos must be preserved for future generations.
Lagos is open to business. Lagos is open to promote tourism. Lagos is open to showcase our art and our heritage, our culture. We're embedded with so much culture, and this is the time to show it. So we're going to create that enabling environment for all the businesses in Lagos to thrive, for collaborations, for people, for our young people to thrive. Because if you look around us, we have a demography of very, very young individuals who are waiting out there, seeking that for us to hold up that hand, and we're ready for them now.
On the spot, Director General, National Commission for Museum and Monuments, Nigeria, Olubile Holloway, expressed the hope that the partnership will birth more global recognition for the country and Lagos. He observed that there are a lot of hidden treasures which the younger generation, which he referred to as Gen Z, did not know about the tourism heritage of the country.
The most important thing in this partnership is for us to, like I always say, begin to retell our stories. The National Museum itself is a national monument, and within that we have artifacts that go as far back as the 15th century. So these artifacts tell not just the Lagos State story, but the story of Nigeria. And by partnering with Lagos State, we can make the National Museum a tourist destination in a wider ecosystem of cultural tourism. Oniko itself is a cultural hub.
Managing Director of the New Generation Bank, Abubakar Suleiman, promised funding for investment in the tourism sector in Lagos with a view to making profit and attracting more foreign investors to making Lagos a global tourist attraction in line with international standards.
To remind ourselves is that tourism is also a business. The way you grow tourism, the way you grow art and culture and the creative industry is to make sure that there is enough resources to invest. It's only when you've invested that you can then raise the standard so that people from all over the world can see and be willing to come here.
The partnership is ahead of World Tourism Day, which will be celebrated next week Friday with the theme Tourism and Green Investments. Lagos State Task Force has carried out a comprehensive enforcement exercise at Obalende and Onoshoki, where the activities of commercial bus drivers have caused increased travel time for all road users. The operation, led by the chairman of the agency, Adetayo Akirili, is part of the continuous campaign to restore sanity on Lagos roads and eliminate bottlenecks caused by commercial bus operators. Akirili said despite repeated warnings to commercial drivers, particularly those contributing to gridlock in major areas of the state, the situation has continued to pose significant challenges for commuters and residents alike. He noted that the task force will continue its enforcement operations in other areas of the state with a focus on reducing traffic violations, improving road safety, and ensuring that all road users abide by the law. The chairman added that a total of 56 vehicles were impounded during the enforcement exercise, while all 7 suspects arrested for obstruction of justice will be charged to court. The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, DSVA, in collaboration with the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption ROLAC program, has launched the Safeguarding and Child Protection Week as part of the Awareness Month. Executive Secretary of DSVA, Titi Lola Vaivo Adeni, emphasized that the era of complacency regarding child abuse is over. Speaking of the theme of the Awareness Month, I Say No to Child Abuse, Vaivo Adeni, who was represented by DSVA Child Safeguarding Officer Doi Poroye, highlighted the present administration's commitment to a zero-tolerance policy for all forms of abuse in the state. On her part, State Project Coordinator of ROLAC, Ajibola Ijimakinwa, outlined the program's purpose to educate children about their rights and encourage them to speak out against child abuse. To further alleviate poverty, the Lagos State government has trained 15,000 women, youths, and other beneficiaries through the Live Skills Economic Empowerment Program, also known as the Short-Term Skill Training. Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, WAPA, Bolaji Dada, stated this at the closing ceremony of Live Skills Economic Empowerment for over 500 residents of Sani Agbesinga community in Alimosho and Parafa Alagemo community in Ikorodu North. Dada, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Oluyemi Kalesonwu, explained that beneficiaries were trained in makeup and head tying, stoning, tie and dye, catering, throw pillows, Ankara craft, soap making, hair making, event planning and decoration, paint making, and equipped with starter packs for economic relief and self-reliance. According to the WAPA Commissioner, in addition to skills training, beneficiaries were also sensitized on the various government policies, such as the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, the Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASRA, environmental health and safety rules, bookkeeping, among others. On a part, the Director of Women Department in WAPA, Olufunke Shalon, urged participants to treat the skills acquired as invaluable assets, while ensuring that the Ministry's monitoring and evaluation team will ensure the empowerment packs are used to achieve the desired impact. Earlier, Chairman, Community Development Association, Ikorodu North, Adeniro Gumbawo, and Secretary, Community Development Association, Sani Agbesinga, Olalikon Erile, described the training program as transformative as participants impacted to add value to local communities, improve economic growth, and eradicate poverty at the grassroots. And that's all for the news at 7. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youths on the theme, Agripreneur, Strategy for Wealth Creation? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluwoboroku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.
Journey with a green light. Full speed, ahead we go. And then, those roadblocks, dead stops, traffic gridlock. Decisions are felt out thoroughly, cautiously being